Hi, Stampers. It's Lisa. Sorry, I'm running a little today. We are getting set up for the CSI Harvest Festival. This is the largest craft fair that I do all year. It lasts for 3 full days and it's very busy. And so my husband and I were over today setting up our booth and getting everything ready. And of course, that always takes longer than we think it's going to. But I'm here and I'm live and the computer works, right? Everybody can hear me. We're all good. I wanted to share with you today this great little box that I got as an idea from my friend Julie DiMatteo. She does fabulous boxes for everything. And she created this one to go with the gum. Now this box is the one that I use all the time. After the gum is gone, I use the box to hold my embellishments. And I just thought it was adorable that she had made this box that it goes in as a gift. And we're going to be using the caroling mice. That is a hostess only stamp set. So you can only get this by either placing a large order or gathering a few friends together and doing a group order or a party, as they're traditionally called. So let's go ahead and move you down to my desk. So we're going to start out making our project by having a piece of cardstock that is 7 7/8 by 9 inches. Then you're going to set it in the trimmer or on your Simply Scored, and you're going to score this at 7/8 and then 1 3/4 with the short side across the top. Then we're going to rotate it 180 degrees and do the same thing. We're going to go in at 7/8 and 1 3/4. Then with the long side across the top, we're going to score at 2 inches and then 2 7/8. Then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to spin it 180 degrees and score at 2 inches and 2 7/8. So it's pretty basic in that you only have to remember 2 measurements for each direction, and then they're just mirrored. It also means we can't mess it up as far as what orientation we have it in, right? I'm going to set that out of the way. So of course, when we're making boxes, we wanted to take the where it was pushed down. This is a valley, basically, to score, and we're going to turn that into a mountain. And then we're going to burnish with the bone folder. And we're going to do that on all of the score lines. And then that's going to make it really easy to cut the pieces we need to cut off and then make it our little tabs. So now that everything's scored, what I'm going to need to do is remove these ones up here, these 4, and then these 4. So I'm going to bring in some paper snips. And I'm taking the score line with it as I'm cutting this off. And what I mean by that is I'm just laying my blades right down next to it so that the entire score line is cut off. What's everybody else up to this weekend? Have craft fairs started in your area yet? And do you go as a customer or a vendor? Oh, good, Melinda's on. Every time somebody comes to our Tuesday morning class, they ask how Melinda's doing and when she's coming back to class. We miss you. All right. So you can see it's a little, fuzzy right here from the score line. That's why I try to cut that off. Looks like I missed a little here. So we'll just clean that up. Now, this is what you're left with. And again, because these are the same and these are the same, it doesn't matter what's going to be right side up. But it's just going to do that. We're going to fold in the sides and we're going to fold up a bottom. And there's our box. I mean, how simple, right? Oh, I'm sorry you still have COVID going around in your area. Thankfully, it hasn't been too bad here, and my husband and I are caught up on our shots. Good. Looks like Gian's doing some craft fair stuff. Which projects do you feel sell the best? You have really good things that you make that are super popular. My most popular has been the Ho 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 box. Have you guys seen those? I did that several years ago. Sorry, I'm over here grabbing it. It uses our old large letter framelit dies. These retired, but I hung on to mine because these are so popular at the craft fairs. And then it's got the layering circles to make the O. And then I've got a box for the top of it. This one's in cherry cobbler, but I also did some in real red. So I have this one finished. But they either say Season's Greetings or Merry Christmas. I do have both. And then I've got some cute little, they're not done yet, but these will hold Ghirardelli squares. Lots of fun little things. The Ho 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 box is on my YouTube channel. You can find that out there. It's super popular. Lots of people have copied it. I can't remember where I found the idea, but anyway, lots of fun stuff as I get like totally distracted. Back to our box. So for the back side, I'm going to need a piece of designer series paper. That is going to be 4 1/8 by 3 1/8. And that's just going to center right back there. And then I've got 2 pieces. One's going to go here, and then one's going to go here. And these are the same size. These are 4 1/8 by 1 7/8. And I find it easiest to put those on when the box is still flat. Yes, the Ho 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 box is on my YouTube channel, and I usually sell them between $4 and $5. Oops, way too much glue. Okay, whenever it globs like that, I was having trouble getting it to come out, and then all of a sudden when it did, it just ooshed. So I would take another piece that I wanted to glue and kind of use it to pick up some of that and spread it around a little, because our liquid glue is very strong and you don't need much of it. And if you do have too much glue, it will warp the paper a little. And we don't want that. So we just want little bits of glue, and we want to spread it out all over, making sure we've got the corners and the edges covered well. I also do a little thing of Kisses, Hershey Kisses. And it's a little bag of kisses. That's on my YouTube channel as well. I'll have to go out and grab those links for you. There's a whole playlist on my YouTube channel for 3D gift items. All right, so I want these to hang. Yeah, so they're going the same direction. And, you know, let's pause a minute here. I like to put this under here. I use these tiny little mini magnets, and I prefer to hide this one so it's not visible. And so I'm going to tuck this back here before this totally adheres. And I'm going to bury that magnet. Sometimes I'll bury them up here too, but if I put it under the designer series paper, it still has to work its way through the cardstock. And sometimes that works and sometimes it's not so much, because the cardstock is thicker, whereas the designer series paper is thin enough that it doesn't interfere with the magnets at all. And then I want this be glued at the bottom, but I have to be careful that I'm not going to put glue up in here because it's not going to need it. And then down here, I want to make sure that I'm staying within my 7/8 of an inch. So whichever side I put the glue on, I have to be careful not to go too far this way or too far up. And then it's a matter of just squaring it up and making sure that everything aligns properly. This is where liquid glue is a good thing. A lot of times with boxes. It says my mic is muted. I hope not. Oh. Let's go that way. Is that a better mic? I guess I was using the microphone on my phone instead of on the computer where I have the podcast mic. Okay. Oops. Glad I hadn't totally disappeared. Okay, so again, I'm doing liquid glue. So I have my wiggle time. I was saying that I do use tear and tape a lot when I'm making boxes because it does stick really, really well. But when I need to align things to make sure they're perfectly square like this, sometimes liquid glue is a better option because I have time to maneuver it. Okay, then because the one magnet is underneath, right? It's buried underneath my designer series paper. Then I have my second magnet and it's only going to go one way. It's not going to allow me to turn this over. Whenever I try to turn it over, it won't go. because of the way magnets work, only one side, see how it's turning on its own? Only one side will attach. So I always let it rest naturally so I know what side is the one I want. And then I take my glue dot and put it on the top. So there's my glue dot. Then we just close the box and let it pick it up naturally. And so that way my magnet is exactly where I need it to be. So when it closes, it's all in line. And these little mini magnets are on Amazon, and from my blog, if you go to other card making tools in the menu under shop, these are listed. There's a link to Amazon for the exact size that I get, because they are teeny tiny and they work fabulous. And you don't pay any extra for using that Amazon link, but I get a little thank you referral from them for sending you over there. And if you happen to do a little Christmas shopping after you click on my link, I get referrals for that too. So here's our caroling mice. Again, I said these are a Christmas stamp set. It's a host only version. So you have to place a large order or have a party or gather some friends together and order. And then it's one of the things you can purchase as a host, but it's also discounted. I think of where it is. When they have host sets available, not only are they only available to hosts, but like a $17 stamp set will only be like $8. They discount them, so even your dollars go a little further. So see, in this one we have the sit and relax. These chairs are really popular, and they are a distinctive stamp set. I don't know if you've noticed those, but this little distinctive here means they're almost a photorealistic impression when they stamp. They're really a good quality stamp. And you would pay $13 out of your host credit, but it's valued at $22. So you're getting $10 off already, and you get it for free. And these Stampin' rewards apply for just you. If you order on your own, you will get 10% on a $150 order, or you can gather some orders together. And you can do that either as a traditional party, we can do an online party, or I can just share a hostess code with you, and then you and all of your friends all use the same hostess code, and all the orders together get that hostess credit. So online parties are fun. We do them in a Facebook group or over Zoom. In our world of COVID, that's been a popular option. And people have realized they like to stay home in their pajamas and socialize and shop and be able to drink wine and not have to drive. Yes, these magnets are very, very powerful. You're right. Okay, so we're using our cute little mouse again because he's quick and easy to color. So I've got smoky slate. I'm going to come in with dark first. Someone messaged me too that they missed out on my online stamp camp. We just did that, one of those with the Brightest Glow collection. We're going to be doing another one with the Sweet Songbird bundle in January. This one was held mostly on Facebook. Well, again, we will have the Facebook group. All of our live demonstrations we've decided we're going to do on Zoom, because there was somebody who was not a Facebook user, and we had just had to upload the videos to YouTube, and they could still see them, but they couldn't participate live. So on Zoom, everybody can participate and be live. But that, you can reserve your spot now. We can't charge you the money until January 5th, because that's when we will order all the product. And then January 28th, I believe, is when our actual stamp camp will be. If you can be online, it's preferable because you get to interact and be in on all the fun and socialization. But if you can't, it is all available as a replay. If you already have the Sweet Songbird bundle, you can choose something else. But that's the bundle we're going to be working with. Let's see. And we keep it fairly inexpensive. And there are 3 levels of option based on how much product you purchase. But it's product plus tax, shipping, and a little tiny fee we charge for the actual cutting out of all the pieces, because it's just like a class in that we send you a bundle that has everything that you need to create all the cards, and everything's all pre-cut and ready to go. And you end up with 6 designs. I make 3, and then my fellow Canadian demonstrator, Laura, she makes 3 designs, and then you make 2 of each card. So you end up with 12 cards total. And then we also do some 3D projects. Okay, so this, I used Daffodil Delight for his scarf, and I'm using Starry Sky for his jacket. Okay, like last time, I'm using the pink for the inside of his ear, but it's a little too bright for me. So I'm going to bring in my color lifter and use that to spread the pink around and lift a little bit up, and then it's not quite as shocking of a pink. And so that's what the color lifter is for. It also is great for if you ever color outside of the lines. If you're coloring with your alcohol blends and you happen to slip outside the line, you can start from out here and go this way and push the color back into your project. It will actually make the ink move and blend it back in, so you can almost correct yourself, which can come in quite handy. Okay, this is our Stampin' Up! Masking paper, and I stamped on one side, and then I peeled off the backing, and it made it sticky. It's like a Post-it note, and so then I can set the Post-it note masking paper over my project, and that's going to allow me to come in with my blending brushes and create the background. Now, when I start with my blending brushes, I always start off here because I want my sharp, shocking initial touch to be on the scrap paper. And then when I blend onto my project, it's hopefully going to be much smoother. And I've got not only my mouse on there, but I also used a circle. And that makes it look like a moon behind his head. And then this is part of our glimmer paper. The glimmer paper is a glitter, obviously. You can see how it's super shiny. But it's not very rough. It's nice and smooth, and nothing falls off. You know, a lot of times with the glitter papers, once you mess with them for a while, you have excess glitter that will fall off and go everywhere. This does not. This comes in a set of 3 colors. It has the very vanilla, evening evergreen, and then gold. And they're great for holiday cards and adding just a little bit of sparkle. When I adhere this circle to this one, I can obviously put adhesive across the entire back of it. But when I get ready to adhere it to my project, I don't want any adhesive down here. I only want it on the top half. So you need to kind of pay attention to that when you're adhering this. Also helps if you have the item inside the box because it keeps it from collapsing when you press on it. And there we go. There's our little gum holder box. And I'm sure there's other things that this would hold, but it was designed to hold these packs of gum. So that's it. Today's project was easy. It was a quick and easy one. As like I said, I'm getting ready for the craft fair this weekend, and things are a little bit crazy around here. Yeah, it's a cute stamp set. A lot of people overlook that chair one too, but once you see it used, it's too cute. Okay, has everybody typed in hashtag prize patrol? By doing that, that's how you get your chance at getting this project mailed to you. I'm just reading back through the comments and make sure there's nothing I need to address. My mother had ovarian cancer, and she was diagnosed in 1994. And she was stage 4, and she found out she had ovarian cancer the very same week I found out I was pregnant with my daughter. And she said she wanted to live long enough that her granddaughter would remember her. And sure enough, she lived a little over 10 years. So cancer is icky for sure. But we have some strong fighters out there. And the doctors are getting better at stuff all the time. Okay. Let me grab something. I was explaining to you guys how on my YouTube channel, I don't know if it's going to let me go there. Because I'm streaming to YouTube, my computer is very confused. Oops. Okay, so playlists. And it is handmade gifts. That's what the name of it is. That's the list that has the candle holder, the Hershey Kisses holder, Should have it's got chocolate bar, should have the ho 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 box. They should all be on that one. I will double check that when I get done. You can also always type in Queen Bee Creations ho 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 box in the URL, and it will put you to my blog post. And there is a video tutorial connected from there. And all the measurements are written out. They're on my blog post. So definitely go check that out. It is a fun one. The search feature on my blog is not working so well at the moment. I'm going to have to contact my webmaster and ask him why that's being funky. But when I type in ho 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 in the search box of my blog itself, it was a no-go. But if you put it in Google, Google finds it just fine. So we have 7 entries so far in our prize patrol drawing. And we're ready to give that a spin. Let me share that screen. So there we go. And let's see who today's winner is. Helene is our winner. Congratulations, Helene. Make sure you go to my Google form and fill out the response. That's how I keep track of what I've mailed so far. But you would go to my blog, queenbeecreations.net, and then in the address bar, do /prize patrol, and it will pop up with a Google form asking you for your address, so I know where to mail your prize. So congratulations. Thank you for joining me with all of my preoccupation with the craft fair. I don't know what I'm doing on Monday, but I will be here Monday regardless. I am going to be doing something fun, I'm sure. I have a feeling it's probably going to be the wrapper for a Hershey bar and maybe a coordinating card to go with it, because I'm trying to pull together several card / gift thing like we did last time with the, where am I? Here we go. With the Kit Kat bar holder, there was this and then the coordinating card. So I'm trying to keep up with several of those for the holiday season. So you can be making cards and stocking stuffers all at the same time. Hi, Sonia. Thank you for sharing. I so appreciate that. Anytime you guys invite your friends over or encourage them to check out my Facebook page and the YouTube channel and all those good things, it is all much appreciated. Thank you so much. And check back with me on Monday at 2:30. We'll do something fun. Thanks. Bye.